We're good?
We're good. Thank you.
All right. I'd like to call this meeting to order for the City Council of Minnetrista. But first, I'd like everybody to rise to say the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, Mayor Whalen is out ill tonight, and her normal replacement, Kathleen Refkin, is out, I think, on vacation. So I'm Peter Vickery, and I'm taking over tonight. To my left, I have Council Member Claudia Lacey and Brian McGovern, and Public Works Director Gary Peters, Assistant City Manager Paula Baumann, and to my right, Jasper Krugel, the City Manager, and Craig Swires, the Safety Director. I'm not sure if anybody's on remotely.
Let's see. I think we do have a few. Let's see. Yeah, we have Ann Meyerhoff, the City Clerk, David Abel, the Community Development Director, and then Sarah Stensala, our City Attorney.
Oh, okay, thank you. All right. So before we begin, I understand that there are two items that we'll be taking off the agenda.
Yes, if I may, Councilmember Vickery. The two business items we're proposing to take off the agenda. The one requires a supermajority vote, which is a 4/5 vote in order to pass or to be denied. And the other item is kind of paired with it as well. So due to scheduling, we would push that to February 18th. On February 18th, we should have a full City Council here.
Okay. All right. So do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Well, before we proceed with that, it's my pleasure to honor Michael Kirkwood, who has done so much for this community and Lake Minnetonka as a member of the Lake Minnetonka Conservation Board. How many years have you been on there? It looks like 6. All right. Well,
Yeah, if we could get a little photo op here with you and Councilmember Vickery, that'd be great. I think Paula can grab something. Thanks.
I would like this behind you.
Oh. All right. Congratulations. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure. Glad to do it. I enjoyed 6 years of it.
one of that is staying on the planning.
Right. That's great. They find other things I want to do.
Good.
I know you guys work hard. Thanks very much.
Thank you. Together here. Thank you.
Very good. All right.
Thank you, Michael.
Right. So we just have one person to be heard.
Oh, thank Christian. All right. Well, next we'll go to persons to be heard. And I understand that Bob Christians, you want to speak. Could you come to the microphone? Of course, we all know you, but could you give your address as well?
Okay, well, first of all, as a member or board of directors for West Tonka Community College, now called Connect West Tonka, first of all, I'd like to say thank you to all the people here in Minnetrista for your support of all the events that we take place in. It's really appreciated as Jasper knows, and Craig are coming up with the next polar plunge, which is next Saturday, a week from Saturday. Hopefully it won't be 40 below wind chill, because then Claudia won't jump in the lake when it's that cold. But anyway, I'm sorry to be here. I've been a resident here in West Tonka for since 1989. And this has never happened before, and I'm sorry to have to take your time. I appreciate all you do. I used to sit in that chair myself years ago. But we had a situation come up where I got my water bill, and I didn't know what to do. I mean, it was crazy. And so I immediately called my plumber, and Jasper has talked to my plumber regarding what happened. So he checked everything out, he went through everything, and he found out that there was a problem. And the problem was from the Minnetrista City water line, there was some debris in the line that created and caused this to be open. So, I mean, he said, it's really nothing you could have done. It's basically the city's response or fault, whatever it be. So what I'm asking for is not for you to forget the whole bill. I'm here as a, hopefully, I think is a reasonable cause is if you just split it with me and pay the cost of what it could cost me and split it 50-50. And I put that on the notes that I think Jasper has given you, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, each of you have that. And hopefully that we can resolve this. We all got better things to do and it's going to be cold, so stay warm this weekend and be safe. And hopefully we can come to a resolution where I think asking you for 50% or half of what the cost would be is reasonable and fair. So thank you for all you do and thank you for your time. Any questions?
Thank you. Do you have?
I don't have questions.
Okay, I don't know what happens now. Somebody tell me what happens now. Do I leave here and will I somebody, I mean.
It sounds like the two of you have been talking. How long has this been going on? And
Yeah, I think, I'm not sure. It's been probably a few weeks, I think, since we've been corresponding.
okay,
And I did talk to the plumber and got a little bit more information and corroborated the story, I guess. Couple things that we could do. You know, staff doesn't have discretion to modify utility bills, right? So that's a city council thing. If there's a desire to look at this further, I would say we put it on a work session, future work session. I have some ability to pull a policy together that I've worked on in the past city, where you can look at some of these things and look at what happened and come up with a solution potentially with this, if that's something that you'd like to look at. We could do that at a future council meeting. I would say probably the 18th would be the best since we're gonna have a full council. But if there's no desire to look at this and create a policy, I would say I wouldn't recommend doing a one-off thing. I would say we should, if we're gonna do it as a city, we should do a policy so that if it happens to another resident, that we have the ability to say, here's a form, fill it out. We'll bring it, basically bring it to city council. You guys evaluate it and either approve or deny it. So
Fortunately, it is a very, very rare case, and I don't know why mine was, but it's probably very, very rare that it ever happened, so. Anyway, thank you. Yes.
Thank you.
Well, I was just gonna say, Gary,
Yeah.
is there anything you can speak to on this?
Quite frankly, I mean, I do not believe that there was any debris, or there's no debris in our water that would cause that. I would say it's more of a mineral issue, either, you know, because we do not take out iron, there's always calcium in the water. So, you know, I mean, that's why every 6 months you should be cleaning, you know, running a cleaner through your softener. I mean, we've had issues with this in Hunter's Crest. We had one that happened too. And, you know, I find it hard to believe that there was anything in the water that caused this. I mean, it's, you know, it to me, it's just, you know, mind boggling that there'd be a quote unquote chunk of plastic in our water. I mean, it's just, it's not reasonable. I mean, it can happen, I suppose, but you know, I've never seen in the 13 years I've been here already. So
I've never seen it happen either, but I'm just going with my plumber saying this is what the problem was. So I you know, I wouldn't be here. I just want to make sure that we can resolve this thing in a friendly manner. So, okay. Any questions? Anybody else?
Right?
No questions.
Well,
Thank you.
thank you.
And thank you for your participating in all the events that we take place in.
Thank you. Well, I think maybe we should bring that up to the general council and in the work session and figure out a policy. So
Allison as well, maybe.
Allison would be good.
Somebody contact me to let me know where we're going with this thing. Can someone just at some point in time?
I will.
And it's
Yeah.
something that I could probably, it's like, well, obviously before the next bill is due, which is sometime in February.
Well, if you stick around for like maybe a minute, they'll probably give you direction and then you'll know right away. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it sounds like we're in unison that we would like to bring this up at the work session on February 18th.
Okay.
And I think
got a
Allison
policy.
will need to weigh in as well.
I think that's a good
Civil
idea.
engineer.
Yeah. And have her opinion too.
All right, so
All right.
February 18th, work session, 5 PM.
February 18th. You know what? The bill's gonna be due by then.
Well, I'll talk to our utility, if it's all right with you, I'll talk to the utility billing and put a hold
I
on
think the
any.
bill is due with 16th.
I think you're right.
I don't want another problem. I just.
Yeah,
gotta get-
yeah, no, we'll make sure that nothing happens. It'll be kind of stalled out until, yeah.
Well, thank you for paying half of it. Okay.
All right, thank you. Okay. Let's see. So there are no other people to be heard. So we'll close that session. Then we'll move on to the consent agenda. Are there any additions or items that anyone would like to remove? No? All right, well, let's go through those then. Item A is approve the city council regular meeting minutes from January 7th. Item B is resolution number 8-26, approve claims. C is resolution number 926, approve extension of preliminary plat for Highlands at Whaletail Lake, excuse me. Item D is resolution number 1026, approve simple subdivision between 3265 and 3320 Williams Lane. Item E is resolution number 1126, authorize execution of accessory structure agreement with the MCWD at 6300 Painter Road. Item F is resolution number 1226, approve purchase for replacement of the ditch flail mower. Thank you for getting a little better price than that we estimated, by the way. And then item G is resolution number 1326, accept improvements and authorize final payments for Minneapolis Avenue drainage work. Do I have a motion?
So moved?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Passes unanimously. Okay. I don't think we have any public hearings. Okay. And we're not going to discuss the business items. Okay, administrative items. We have staff reports.
Yeah, Councilmember Vickery. The only thing I want to bring up is the strategic planning session. We have that scheduled for February 26th, starting at 3 p.m. We're hoping that can wrap up by 6 p.m. And then we have a joint city council meeting with the city of St. Bonifacius here at our city council chambers, starting at 6:30. So hopefully it works out for everybody. It's scheduling is challenging. So if you can't make it, just let me know. But I think St. Bonnie has 4 out of their 5 that are able to attend. And in general, we kind of crafted an agenda that talks about the fire partnership. St. Bonnie has an annexation request from Minnetrista, so a little portion of land that Minnetrista is in the corporate limits of Minnetrista that they'd like to discuss with us about possibly giving to them. And then the third item is the water interconnect agreement that we have been working on and off for probably the last 3 years. And kind of hopefully we can get that finalized. So
Great.
Those are the 3 items.
Okay, great. Any other reports from staff? Oh, council reports.
Well, I guess I can say that I had a board meeting with the Gillespie Center last night, and their biggest issue right now is they have a 25-year-old HVAC system, and it's quite costly. The most, I think, competitive bid they have is about $188,000. And so I contacted Gary because he knows a lot about things like that. He gave me some additional people just to maybe run that by and do some double checking. Gosh, they have a new president on the board who's wonderful, has a lot of business experience, corporate experience. She's lovely, and her name is Carlson. I want to say Donna Carlson. I'm not quite sure, last name is Carlson. And she's wonderful. That's really about it as far as that's concerned. The Minnesota, or the Lake Minnetonka Community Commerce organization that was kind of like our Chamber of Commerce is changing names. I mentioned last time to Connect West Tonka. Has like a logo with a bridge kind of connecting nonprofits, for-profits, the city government, all things down in the western suburbs. They've got Plaid Moose, which is kind of a wonderful marketing company that's going to be helping this kind of really get up and running and bring it to a new level. So City of Minnetrista is one of their members, and the charity I run is also a member. So we're giving them quite a bit of support, and hopefully it'll drive some more business and interest to a little community. That's about it.
Okay. Brian?
No updates for me.
Okay. Well, I was at the Pioneer Sarah Creek Watershed Board meeting, and they're promoting the responsible use of salt, which seems very appropriate given all the icy conditions that we have outside here. But they're pointing out that just a tablespoon of salt will ruin 5 gallons of water, which Mike probably knows. So they're really trying to rein that in and just use it where it's absolutely necessary. I've talked with Gary about this in the past, to know that the city is very responsible for this item, so that's encouraging. So that's it for me. I guess this is
What do we use other than salt here?
well, gravel, or what do you call it? Not sand, but
What was the question?
what do you use besides salt?
So cities still using like a salt sand mixture, in other words, we treated salt to cut down on it, but I mean, that's really, sand or straight sand, it's the problem with, straight sand is it's a more expensive cleanup cost in spring, it gets into the sumps, the catch basin sumps and stuff, and it causes a lot more deltas in, at the drainage points, but salt is equally as bad. I mean, that gets in the lakes, prevents it from turning over. I mean, it's, really bad. So, but yeah, you don't have much choice. I mean, they did try different liquid treatments with molasses, with beets, different stuff like that, and stuff to try it. But, it's nothing beats salt, unfortunately. So.
Gosh, that's too bad.
Well, the gravel roads you put down.
Chips. Yeah, that's 3/8, rugged, rough chip is what it is, a limestone chip.
For those that slid up, live on gravel roads.
Because the gravel road will freeze water faster than a paved road. I mean, like we had those little bit of rainstorms and it hits there and it just, you got clear ice in a matter of minutes. I mean, they're terrible. So.
Yeah, I've noticed that the city salt trucks, they'll put a little patch down, then go out like 50 to 100 feet and put another one down, then let the cars kind of spread it out.
Yeah, they're so in the actual controller itself in the truck is programmed per lane mile, so you can set it so it drops. Either you can spread constantly or you can set it up for the staggered drop, stuff like that. So a lot of the guys just do depending on where it's at, let it go through. And intersections, of course, we can hit the blast if we want to do more, but all the trucks are calibrated every season beforehand, so we keep the right amount of salt going down. We don't want to try to over apply or under apply. So, and then we do pre-treat our salt. We take our same chemical that we use for dust abatement. We actually water it down because it's a little bit too thick. We add water to it, and then we add that to our tanks, and that sprays onto the salt. So what happens is that salt starts to break down faster, so it actually starts working faster on the roads. So that's why you see the side tanks or the tank in the back of these trucks. It's a brine solution to help the salt activate faster. So, but there's tons of different ideas out there and stuff, but salt's still the best thing, and so we try to keep it to a minimum. The real culprit are the private contractors that are doing parking lots and stuff like that, just because of slip and falls. You ever look at a parking lot a few days after a storm, they're completely white with salt, which is really sad.
Is that what they use at the airports? Like, that scares me.
Yeah, I mean, the airport uses a lot of liquid chemical too, though. They use a lot of calcium or mag chloride to help break it down faster, so. But a lot of that stuff too, I think is in a containment area too, that they, you know, where they're spraying the planes on stuff. I think I'm assuming that would be in a containment area so that it's not just going into the environment, that it comes back and stuff, so. But
Oh, thank you. Well, with that, do I have a motion to close the meeting?
So moved?
I second that.
All in favor? Aye.
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 All opposed? No, I guess not.
That's an easy one.
all right.